Anabai, and to all our viewers. Absolutely, Zimbabwe, day 2 of the come. A little bit of greenness maybe on offer in the first hour. If the word that you said the opportunity, there's an opportunity today for big runs for the batter.
The talent that you've been selected for, then you can go ahead. How do you see these two batsmen? I mean, the Imran Butt.
One thing that was lacking for them yesterday was bowling partnerships. I think from a coaching point of view,
usually the tougher sides or the senior sides start feeling the pressure of being put against the wall from a side that to lose a couple of wickets earlier on with some good bowling or fielding. They surely will that it's going to come their way. That's better.
That's much better. Right on the money there.
It's a good ball. I keep repeating myself, only if you can bring one.
But oh, it's a deck hard. Trying that front foot swivel pull. First one of the morning. I wonder if that's going to get Ngarava interested in maybe asking.
Azhar Ali started off as a leg spinner. Oh, that's a good ball. You see that everything is angled into the right-hander, and suddenly this one goes slightly away and pulls him into a drive. That's exactly what you want to see as a far. So you're talking about Yunus Khan, Azhar, and look at these numbers over here. They're so Ngarava continuing. We were seeing Ngarava's run-up in the previous over, not the previous over, his previous over.
A little bit more upright. You can see there's a nice connection there, a nice compact setup at the point of delivery. And more often than not, when we chat to our straight down shot of the morning, and I'll feel it, Muzarabani. I say feel it, maybe he was hit, I'm not sure. That was a fantastic shot by Butt. Once again, a cracking sound of the bat. That
so a rare shout for an LBW. Last ball of the last over. This was the one. Muzarabani getting this one to come in sharply.
To the stumps every now and again. Pitch outside leg. That's exactly what the batting coach wanted this morning. He said he wanted to see a rotation of strike.
On the golf course end. A quick single, and that's good running by these two. Shows that they've got a good understanding between the Pakistan batsmen. Have looked good themselves. Solid, but warmer than it's been. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, for international cricket, the weather has really behaved.
To the other. Imran Butt on the other end like to play some cover drives. Here comes no ball to create some match.
Gone! It bubbled in Brendan Taylor's hands. He kept calm, and eventually it lodged in the hands. Abid Ali given a bit of width, looking to take advantage of that through the covers, gets the outside edge, and Brendan Taylor eventually takes the catch. Approach the first drinks break here on day 2. Azhar Ali, wealth of experience.
Center.
He's bowled much better today. It's just a little too straight, but it's just for the single.
It's the 50. More runs here. Leg stump line is not going to work. That's a long run. Just should be 4. Just leans into that. Very well played by Azhar Ali. First boundary of the day. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's been a very good controlled session of bowling today. The interesting statistic I heard yesterday was that Pakistan bowled through their whole innings.
Edge missed by the keeper. Long run for the two in the slips, but it'll go to 4. So second boundary in the over.
I'm not sure this one actually carried to Regis Chakava behind the stumps there, and it looks like it might just have fallen short of him.
This is what I'm talking about, the shot that he plays so well off the back. Two more added to the total.
Let me tell you what.
He goes, rocks back and cuts it very, very late. You almost feel that he's snatching it out of... Good single taken, well fielded as well.
So you look at those figures, you see a steady.
Stump line runs here. Talking about fast bowlers and that fact that your series is allowed in a year. Either you can play at the end of the year or start of a year.
It's a nice flighted delivery to.
Just looking at Pakistan's score.
Made it over. Homage.
Good length by Muzarabani there. That's the length that I'd like to see him hit. But yeah, like that, the batters have been able to just stand on his length so far today. It's worked around the corner. And
the arrival of that new ball. Still a few overs to go. Richard got out there to come and repair what hadn't gone so well with the new ball first time around. So the quicker they can realize that, and the kind of surface we're playing on. Ooh, misfield. Now miscommunication between Milton Shumba and I think Tarim.
his partner running in from his right-hand side. Not really what you want to see as a bowler, but straight away he makes up for it in the covers. That's a brilliant piece of work by Musakanda.
Well, looked like there were thoughts of the sweep shot early on. Down the ground, that's a good shot. A little bit of air from Chisoro, but I think this was premeditated from Imran. But gets to the pitch, gets himself a good boundary over.
Going along nicely, building on the singles day, taking exactly like that. And nothing wrong with the fielding, but the call was early enough.
Pakistan now 151.
And Rama going short. We haven't seen too much of that this morning, and it's worked around the corner brilliantly by Azhar Ali for another boundary. They've absorbed pressure this morning, but last 5 or 10 minutes we've just seen a little bit more intent from them, and runs coming a little bit.
Chisoro. Quick single once again. Nicely bowled. Angle across the right-hander. Match cricket. 42.93 and Imran Butt. It'll be tough going for the Zimbabwean fielders in this session, I'm sure. 23 not out for us. 17.1 overs so far.
Yes, Kev.
That's well played.
Good at Kev.
Diving effort from Kasuza in the covers. And he hasn't got up. We hope that that's nothing too serious for him. Joined by Sikandar.
Pakistan are not losing wickets in chunks because it's just the second day and the first.
63 overs, 165 for 1. And that is the 50.
A little later on. Nice shot. That will be 4. Beautifully played. Gap found. Bat and bat together. Everything perfect about that from Azhar Ali. You can see that he's taken his time to take off, especially against Chisoro and his arm ball.
That is gorgeous. I don't think I can find another word to describe that from Azhar Ali. Slightly over-pitched from Tiripano. That angle into the right-hander again. And punch straight back up the ground for 4.
Yeah, that drive. It's not easy. Place of the bat. No ball. You noticed when that fielder was put in by Brendan Taylor.
Opportunity. In the air, gone! A bit of width from Tiripano. Gets the thick outside edge. And a good catch. It's gone quickly to Musakanda at gully. But he takes a good catch. I think we're just going to have a check of the front foot here for that last delivery.
Strengthens that middle order. 32. This guy looks so good, Tino, when he rocks back and cuts it through the offside. And every time he does that, he hits it hard.
He's certainly shown that he plays off the back foot well. Chisoro, this is a poor as he looked. That stroke will annoy him. Well, it looks like a really good catch from Kahia. It's gone quickly. He struck it well as Babar Azam. But that man in front of the face that we were talking about in the last over takes the catch.
Talk about reflexes. I mean, that was traveling. He hardly had any time to react. I mean, those just stick in your hand, don't they? He's got...
New man, forward alum. Into his 10th test. A good catch from Roy Kahia. Front of the eye line. Well, ideally, you want that to be just under that eye line.
And by standing there, he's adding another man in the eye line for the batsman on. Good Yorker and well played.
Oh, off the back foot, going for runs. The fielder is after it, but he will not be able to stop that one. First boundary for Fawad Alam. He's off the mark in this passion. But will have to play the role of the anchor after losing back-to-back wickets here in Harare. Once again, not too much.
As a spin bowler would just be to control things. Allow your captain. Oh, that's off the bat, and it was a good reaction.
Pakistan. Nicely played by Fawad Alam, almost in the same region, offering full face of the bat, angling it towards long off. Beautiful boundary for Pakistan.
Full face of the bat again, punch down the ground for 4. Not a bad ball at all. I won't be unhappy with that as a fielding captain. It's maybe a tough.
Moni, I'm sure you would like to talk about this curious case of Fawad Alam's stance. Obviously offering full 3 stumps in front of the bowler and then right.
For every trigger movement, transition. It's for ball, just nibbling away and found a nice length here as Tiripano. Look, it's all about point of delivery, and of course he can't really see too many marks, and that's another gorgeous shot. Second one of the over. That's a sign of a man in form, just leaning onto that. And picking up the pace, end of the over, Pakistan. All this arm ball, and well picked up by Butt. He's been very good with that shot today. When there's width on offer, he's been quick to pounce on it. And that's Pakistan moving to 200, 201 for 3 of 73.
Through the day and compensate for all those performances which he had.
Straight off the middle of the bat. So, golden arm, not a great start. A little bit short, and for what? Not going to miss out on those. Of course, the vacant mid-wicket area. So, a lot of property out there for him to get the ball into. Just to pick up length, and then the fast ball on the right-hand side.
Or these are mutually exclusive, which could not happen altogether. So this is interesting. He can rock on the back foot and make use.
Rather use one of those overs with a newer ball, and once again rocks back and handsomely puts it away square of the wicket. Can't bowl there to a player of the quality of Fawad Alam. Gleefully and gratefully take. So just getting back to the point just before the last break. So Fawad Alam.
Just watching so much movement. Yeah, if he can get amongst wickets as well. Look at that, 1.71. I think that line that Muzur Rabbani has been bowling to the right-handers will work perfect for Fawad Alam. Roy Kaya, 3 overs, none for 12. Oh, that's probably slipped out of his hands. Took Fawad Alam by surprise, because the height that Muzur Rabbani has. The match-winning knock overthrows here. Could have been more. Played a match-winning knock. In fact, saved the match for Pakistan against South.
40 to 49 range.
Oh, he smashed that into that fielder at short leg. That must have hurt him. But he just turned his back onto that shot in just right time. Prince taking all the force in that shot onto the body. Ooh. It's 200. Goes out for a little while to get some treatment onto his left palm. This would hurt later on. Now it's fine.
No!
Nope. Gage, he's got him with the older ball. Putt goes for 91. He would be livid with himself. Just 9 short of 100 and well-earned 100. But it wasn't to be. Just driving through the line, and that angle has worked for Ingarava. He's happy to get his first on debut.
Really, that's quite a good length, and it's just left, but just as he's played a rather loose drive outside off stump, and
here are his numbers. 150, not out his best. What he's capable of, he can basically damage your plans, because he can score quick.
Good signal. That's been a hallmark of this inning so far, especially with Fawad Alam in rotating the strike really well.
The limited versions of the game
being out there, and that comes by feeling there's been improvement, but not that. He's been getting on those quickly in today's innings, and that Tony Robbins told Morgan Freeman in the movie just wouldn't have reminded me about a movie and a certain quote. So boundaries easy to come by at this stage for Alam. Finding the gaps at will, you're in for a treat one day. Slips down the leg side. Final tickle. Just leaking a bit too many runs at Zimbabwe at the moment. Perhaps a bit of a tired delivery. Ngarawa into his 20.